All right, guys, we are up. I'm looking for some extended stocks. What do I have today? What's up, Leslie, Ernestus, man, Ryan? What's up, guys? Tesla under 200s again. Nvidia did break down to 395s. I am holding a little bit of the SOXX position, a little bit of the SOXS inverse ETF. I think I'm just gonna keep holding that, man. So I thought today was non-farm employment change numbers. It looks like they're not. Looks like Market Watch was wrong. So it looks like the non-farm employment change numbers are going to be tomorrow because they're May numbers, right? We've already had April's numbers. Tomorrow we get May's numbers for non-farm employment change, jobless claims numbers, productivity, S&P manufacturing and ISM manufacturing, PMI, construction spending. And then Friday we got unemployment and a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, I don't know. We're going to cover C3 earnings. Let's get the spread. Hey, what's up, trader? Yeah, we got mortgage data coming out at 7 a.m. So that'll be good. All right, so the last update to the debt ceiling. So legislation to lift the 31.4 trillion debt ceiling and achieve new federal spending cuts passed an important hurdle late yesterday, advancing to the full House of Reps for debate in an expected vote on passage Wednesday, which is today. The House Rules Committee voted 7-6 to approve the rules, allowing debate by the full chamber. Two committee Republican representatives, Chip Roy and Ralph Norman, bucked their leadership by opposing the bill. The vote underscored the need for Dems to help pass the measure in the House, which is controlled by Republicans with a narrow 222 to 213 majority. If the Treasury cannot cover make all of its payments, or if it was forced to prioritize payments that could trigger economic chaos. So it's something that we want to pay attention to. So both McCarthy and Biden have predicted they're going to get enough votes to pass the 99-page bill into law before the June 5th deadline. So now the deadline is June 5th. What's up, Adam? What's up, Stalk? What's up, Trader? Good morning. I'm starting a position with SoFi today. A lot of bullish sentiment backed up by solid news. What are your thoughts on SoFi? SoFi is one of those companies that I think is too small to really... I think it's a really small company. To trust it, it's hard, but I think there's some arguments for it, so I don't know. I hope you make money on it. Yeah, so today we just have Jolts job report is what we got today. This job report is pretty good today, so it's at 10 a.m. We'll cover it. Hey, what's up, Arsis? Hey, what's up, man? All right, guys. So yeah, look at Nvidia still break down here. And again, we are in SOXS. Shout out to Bulldog Trading. Gave me this idea yesterday. Hey, what's up, David? Nicole. Hope you guys are doing well today. Good morning. Check this. And then tomorrow we got jobless claims numbers coming out too. All right, guys. Okay, we do have a little breakdown here and everything else. Where's the Lambo? Nah. Yeah, today we have C3 earnings. That'll be big. We'll cover that for sure. All right, guys. So again, the SPY is down to 418s, 419. Still very strong, though. I mean, the market's still very strong. 420 is the previous closing price. Hey, what's up, Ricky? Kevin, what's up, guys? Top started trading again yesterday after more than 2 weeks of halt. Not all platforms were able to trade it. Yeah, I saw that, man. TOPS. Or TOP, actually, is what the symbol is. Hey, guys, I'm looking for extended on the downside stocks that I can diversify into. So, like, what are some stocks that are down big that are healthy? Like blue chips. Let me ask Bard. I'm going to ask Bard. All right, I asked Bard what are the top 10 low PE stocks that are extended on the downside but are blue chip companies. He said AT&T, Johnson & Johnson, Verizon, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's down. Let's look at long-term charts. Coca-Cola's down. Verizon. I don't trust any phone carrier right now. That was the problem. I know they pay dividends. AT&T's down. I don't trust AT&T either. I think people are going to start cutting their internet. They're going to start cutting their cable. I think they might still have internet that they can use, but I think their cable is what's going to get cut. Walgreens is down a lot too. What is Walgreens at? Walgreens is at $29.90. What's the PE ratio of Walgreens PE ratio is 730s. Do they pay a dividend? Okay. Walgreens pays a 3.1% dividend every year. That's not bad. All right, so that's an option. I might buy a Walgreens. Talk me out of buying Walgreens right now, guys. That's one option. Walgreens is an option. I don't like any of these other ones. The only other one might be Coca-Cola. The other one is like General Motors, Johnson & Johnson. I don't like any of those. Johnson & Johnson I wouldn't really call extended on the downside here. Maybe you could argue Coca-Cola would be. KO's PE ratio is 26. Do they pay a divvy? This is why AI is useful. Yes, Coca-Cola pays a quarterly dividend of 46 cents per share. It's about 3.05%. That seems like a good option. Coca-Cola is another one. And now these are going to be long-term holds, or what I'm trying to make long-term holds. Yeah, Walgreens has a good divvy too. They're closing locations of major theft problems, cutting their P&L. Yeah, but they're so extended on the downside. Again, when I want stocks, guys, I want stocks that are well-known companies that I know. You know. All right, Tesla down. Nvidia down to 394s, guys. Do you think Nvidia bounces back today? I think that's the big question today is like, does Nvidia bounce back right now? And I don't know. Let's do this question. Walgreens, I'm definitely probably blowing up some Walgreens and Coca-Cola. Does Nvidia bounce back today? Yes or no? PayPal? Yeah. I mean, I'm actually in PayPal a little bit. I'm green on it. Average is 59.50, but like, I don't know. The problem this time around is another instance of one of the company's bugbears over the last few years, legal settlements. Yeah, but Walgreens shouldn't be liable. They're just filling prescriptions. The doctor should be liable, no? Yeah, but I mean, I guess here's the argument I have for Walgreens. Walgreens is the biggest pharmacy stock in the world, right? Without question, the biggest pharmacy. All right. And they don't really have much of a competitor. You know, you could argue CVS, but like generally Walgreens is better than CVS in my opinion, right? So Walgreens is better than CVS. CVS isn't much of a competitor to Walgreens. They pay a good dividend. They're extended on the downside, so I don't think they're going to drop that much. And like, what's the worst that could happen to Walgreens over the next 5 years of me holding it? That's my argument. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Sugar futures are at an all-time high and will affect Coca-Cola's margins. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to stream C3 earnings for sure. Yeah, we're definitely going to stream those. Yeah, for sure, King. I mean, that might happen, but if that happens, I'm just going to have to sit, you know? So, like, that could happen, but if it does, I'm just going to have to sit. You know what I mean? Which I'm kind of okay with. I don't mind sitting, you know? Everyone thinks down today. I hope they're right. I don't know, man. Again, SPY's gapping down a little bit. We put a 5-minute chart up. Market dropped already yesterday. The question is, is this extended enough or do we keep dropping? I guess that's the only question I really have. Is this extended? To talk you out of it, I would say people stop going into stores in the next few years. Everything is going to get delivered. I agree to a certain extent. I agree to a certain extent. But I think Walgreens might. I think people are always going to go to their. Okay, I think prescriptions specifically are things that people want to go to the store to get. You know, like let's be honest here for a second. Some people picking up prescriptions, they want it same day. They don't want to go. They don't want to get it shipped and get it, 2 days later, a day later. They don't want that. Um, they want instead. They want instead to get it same day. Yeah, I'm in Walmart right now, so I've actually picked up a couple shares of Walmart. I'm in a couple shares of JP Morgan. I'm just kind of trying to diversify my portfolio, to be honest, right now. Like I'm trying to get a good portfolio going. Right now, I've spent about 20,000 in buying power on my portfolio. I've got about 200 that I can spend if I want to. So I think the market is. Oscar says, "You think the market is moving forward right now, not paying as much attention for the debt ceiling as it did the last few days?" I don't know. I think the debt ceiling talks are important for sure, and I think any announcement there could drastically influence the market. And so I think anything could happen there. I just don't know what we're gonna do. I got enough sleep last night, to be honest. I fell asleep early, bro. Most of the time, I fall asleep early. You know. Caterpillar. Yeah, but is it commercial down a lot? You know. Is it commercial down? Yeah, I got some coffee, so I'll be all right. Nah, I'm not touching that one right now, Charles. Way too risky for me, bro. You know, way too risky for me. I'm not a big drinker, and I never have been. Like, and nothing against you if you drink. I'm not judging you if you drink, but like, I've never been a big drinker, and it doesn't matter what brand. It's not like I'm hating on them specifically. I know they're getting a lot of heat right now, but me not wanting to buy them has nothing to do with that heat. I'm just not a big drinker. I never have been. You know, I think alcohol is like, I think certain people can be functional, right? But I think certain people can't. And I think it just destroys a lot of people's lives, you know, to a point where like I'll socially drink. Like I go to a wedding, I'll take some, you know, I'll drink a few beers or whatever it is. But like, I just know a lot of people, man, who, where they're stuck on it, you know, and alcohol is really kind of nasty in that way where you can get physically addicted to alcohol to where you have to drink it every day. So it's just a terrible position people put themselves in where they're like, well, they'll get sick if they don't drink. But then when they do drink, they're inebriated. And so they're either inebriated or sick, you know, and it's just a rough thing. It destroys people, man. You know, it really does. I've seen it, unfortunately. And because of that, I just don't know that industry that well. I don't know beer industry that well, you know. No, I don't smoke. Look, I've had my fun in my life, bro. I'm not trying to be uptight. I'm really not, you know. And I really don't judge you if you drink. You know what I mean? Like do what y'all do. I'm not really mad at that. And again, I think some people can do it functionally, but I think other people can't. And they, you know, again, they end up getting addicted to something that, you know, just kind of messes them up a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't know about Nvidia, man. Nvidia is the interesting one. But again, I'm not judging you guys. Like, trust me, man. Like, listen, I've had more fun than the average person. I promise you, in my life. I was young and stupid and you know, had my fun. All right. I'm not trying to judge. I just don't know the industry that well, is my point. How is Ford going to raise revenue if they can't sell their vehicles? Prices too high, 24 models on the way, and repos are soaring. Yeah, I think a lot of people bought cars whenever prices were way too high, and now they're paying for it. Hey, that's pretty good, Shy. You're doing great, bro. That's great, man. Congrats, dude. Yeah, that makes sense, Adam. Do what you do, man. Buy your stuff, dude. I get it, to be honest, because like it's kind of one of the recession-proof stocks for sure. I'm not saying I won't buy Bud. I'm going to wait for it to settle down a little bit, though, to be honest, first. Like, it needs to settle down first. Right now, it's still in that big squeeze down from the craziness going on. And again, I might buy it up. I usually love extended stocks, so I might buy it up, but just not right now. I'm going to wait. Same thing with Target a little bit. I'll probably wait and let that one settle down first, too. Will Tesla continue to thrive? What do you mean without him? Is he not working with him anymore? All right, so the Republican negotiator Rep McHenry says he has the votes to pass the debt limit bill today, according to CNBC. Advance Auto Parts also dropped their earnings. So did CVS. CVS reaffirmed fiscal year guidance, EPS guidance, better than expected EPS guidance for CVS. So CVS actually came out with their numbers today too. Let's look. So CVS is still down, but they dropped their guidance earlier this morning. Thoughts on oil? If you're talking about the ETF, I don't know about it. Not my style. Here's the SPY. Here's the Q. So stocks down today. Tech down today. Tesla at 199.70. So we'll see if it breaks 200. I think 200 is a psychological level too. Yeah, GOOG. Huge, nice little run for Google the last couple of months. Huge run. Very green on the year now. Yeah. Yeah, so Advanced Auto Parts dropped earnings today. So these guys dropped earnings and they are down drastically from it. AAP. Again, I think stuff like this, people are going to start just ordering online in the future. Did he ever come out with a statement saying that, Jonathan, or is this just a theory? I haven't made a BMW and I made it Porsche. Electric is over. I don't know how that will fare for Tesla. I don't agree, man. I think it's very obvious. Like, electric vehicles have some edge over internal combustion engines. I think it's very obvious that in terms of racing, EVs are just faster, man. They're just faster. They're faster. They're more efficient. They're silent while they do it. And so I think whenever you have higher efficiency anywhere, that's going to lead. And I don't think we can really escape that, regardless of wants and needs and anything else. I think whenever you have more efficiency, whether it's for speed, whether it's for mileage, which is both for EV, I think that's going to lead. I don't think it matters what Porsche or what BMW are doing. Those aren't the biggest automakers in the world. I know Volkswagen is, but again, whenever you have speed and mileage, efficiency, it's going to lead. And, I think that's obvious. Yeah, I don't know Oracle like that. What do you guys think? All right, looking at our poll numbers here. We asked people, does Nvidia bounce back today? 57% said no. Let's do a Twitter poll too. It's been a minute since I did a Twitter poll. So we got a poll. I forgot to mess with the length here. Yeah, does Nvidia bounce back today? Let me know. What do you guys think? Vote on that poll. Palantir's down. Well, it's been up so much. Yeah, for sure, B. Yeah, I know you might be right, Jonathan. I've been busy, man. It was a long weekend. I got a wife and kids, dude. So I've just been busy, man. You know. Hey, what's up, Pawn? Maybe, James. Maybe, bro. We'll see, dude. You might be right. I don't know. Seven and 10 central banks believe that gold reserves will increase in the next 12 months. Yeah, I'm in a little bit of gold. All right, guys, we got 12 minutes. 12 minutes. All right, guys. So, what do you think about the Webull stock trading platform? How much leverage does Webull give you? All right, guys, and again, Tesla at 199.50s here. Advanced Auto Parts at 82. Hey, nice pawn. Hey, what's up, man? All right, guys, so we're trying to bounce a little bit. Nvidia's still down here. Advanced Auto Parts dropped earnings, and they did not do great for earnings. They did not do great here. We can put the number up on screen. Bank of America downgrade. XLV, healthcare sector. What are some banks doing? Here's BAC. Bank of America still down, pretty big on the year. We got BAC, Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's doing all right. JP Morgan. Yeah, I'm holding that SOXS inverse ETF. I'm up on it. Bulldog Trading kind of gave me the idea yesterday, so we're still sitting on that one. I'll probably keep holding it too. Yeah. We asked people, does Nvidia bounce back today? 50% say yes, 50% say no on Twitter. Give your boy a follow if you haven't already. Remember that riches yell, wealth whispers. You know, that post is getting some love on Twitter. Nvidia to cross the market cap. Yeah, hey, we'll see. Yeah, I didn't see that shot. That's not good though, dude. All right, guys. Tesla at 199.60. 199.60. So let's see if Tesla bounces back. And again, looking at our Nvidia poll here, we asked people, does Nvidia bounce back today? We got about 150 votes. 59% say no. Yeah, I'm holding that one too. I'll give it time though. Like I'll really give it time. I want to give it time. 40% say yes, Nvidia bounces back today. 60% say no. I just think the PE ratio being over 200 is a problem, but it depends on how much it grows with EV. Like that's what it depends on. All right, guys. All right, Nvidia down to 394.20, so you're still trying to hold. Yeah, Nvidia's still trying to hold here. We'll see if it does or not. But yeah, Nvidia's still trying to hold. Again, I don't know if it's going to or not. Again, the PE ratio is still obscenely high. Yeah, we're still in SOXS. Again, AAP at 85s. Again, we're at 395s. Again, AAP at 85s. Tesla at 199.50s. What else are you guys watching today? Again, I asked Bard for some low PE extended companies. I want a little bit better companies. Not included above. I'm asking him, what are some low PE blue chip companies not included above? We'll see what he says. $3M, Honeywell, MasterCard, Visa, United Health Group. I don't like any of those. Some others. You guys can bar this. I don't like any of those. What are some others? All right, so AbbVie, Johnson & Johnson, Procter & Gamble, AT&T, Verizon. I don't like any of those. What are some others? I might buy Coca-Cola too, but somebody said sugar futures are high. Walmart, Home Depot. Now these I might be able to go with. Home Depot's down too. Not down a ton, but it's down. Walmart I could go with too, but Walmart's not extended on the downside. Microsoft is definitely not low PE. Microsoft is up there. Berkshire Hathaway, BRK.A. Berk. How do I get exposure to Berkshire? You know. JP Morgan. I like that. I like those. Those aren't bad. We got Nvidia bouncing up a little bit here. What's a? Does anybody have a Berkshire ETF that's cheap? That's I wouldn't mind looking at one of those. BRKA. No, not BRKA. BRKB. All right, Class B. Okay, yeah, you're right. Because Berk, I think, is probably one of the best stocks to get involved with. It's Berkshire. You know, so if you're going to diversify into investments, that might be one of the options. You know. Berkshire's not growing much since the end of last year. Nothing compared to some tech stocks. Yeah, but I think the tech stocks are just risky, man. Disney's bouncing up a little bit, so that's nice. So at least Disney's bouncing up. Look at Tesla rip back up to 199.50s here. Q2 report for Nvidia growth. Class B is supposed to be a good price at. Yeah, I like Class B. Even if it hasn't grown much the last year, that's kind of the point. Is I'm looking for extended on the downside stocks. You know. All right. So it's past 6 o'clock. All right, so I'm gonna start buying up some stuff too. I think we talked about. I'm gonna buy up a little bit of Walgreens here. Walgreens has a good little dividend. I can buy up like a couple shares of this and just get some shares of Walgreens. All right, so we went ahead and bought some Walgreens here. I might buy up some Coca-Cola here too. Although Coca-Cola might not be like extended like I want it to be. But it's pulled back a lot recently. So I'll buy a little bit of this one too. What's the range here? All right, I could probably buy like 75 shares or so. Coke. All right, so scaled into some of those here. All right, so we bought a little bit of Coca-Cola, a little bit of Walgreens. Um, all right, guys. Sorry, I'm checking one thing real quick. It's got to be there it is, activity. Walgreens is down too bad. Yeah, I mean that's generally what I like buying up is stocks that are down a lot. You know, those are usually kind of like my favorite stocks to buy. You know, so like those are usually my top stocks that I like buying. You know, so I'm usually trying to buy up stuff. Oracle, yeah, Oracle's interesting. Macy's, I don't trust Macy's at all. The problem with Macy's, look at Nvidia pop. So Nvidia bouncing up a little bit here, man. Let's see if it drags everything else up. Uh, so yeah, Nvidia trying to pop, and like I get it, but uh, look at Nvidia run at 396.40s here. Wow. And again, I'm in SOXS right now, and we're up nicely here. I'm gonna take a little piece off just so I can capitalize on this. Not worry so much about it. All right, we just unloaded a piece there. That way I can capitalize on this and not worry about it if Nvidia bounces back or not. I think that's the right move. Um, uh, all right, guys. So yeah, what's up, Chris? Good morning. Good morning. And yeah, so Nvidia bounced it all the way back to the 200 EMA here. We'll see if that actually holds. Here's the SPY itself here. So here's the SPY. SPY's trying to move. You know, it's down on the day, but not down a ton. It's at 419s. It's still pretty green over the last few days. All right, guys. So Nvidia ripped up and then pulled all the way back here. Hmm. Hmm. Bill Ackman, Carl Icahn company, Bill Ackman. I like Bill Ackman, but he, what do you think of AI? I think AI is interesting. We're going to cover the earnings later on today. All right, guys. Let me see. We did a poll here. So look at the SPY rip under the volume weighted average price in the 200 EMA here. So the SPY just dumped under there. All right, guys. All right. There we go. All right, so Nvidia is still under 396, trying to hold here. It's trying to hold. We'll see if it does, but it's trying to. All right, so rejecting SPY down to 419s here. All right, good. All right, so yeah, we are popping up a little bit here. Again, Tesla at 199s. SPY under this level here. And again, we'll see if we actually hold. CrowdStrike Holdings. Yeah, so earnings are coming out today too. How about a poll? Does AI beat earnings? I have no idea on that one. Morning, John. It's John Swing AI. CrowdStrike over earnings. Adam. Yeah, so the AI earnings are going to be this evening. We're going to cover them too. So we're going to stream the whole full earnings list. Carl's lost over $1 billion since the report dropped. Yeah, man, I bought a little bit of that one too, of IEP. I bought a little bit of it, and then I unloaded it because I just didn't like the risk. I usually like buying up extended stocks, but this was one that I regretted very fast, very quickly. I regretted this one, man. You know, very quickly I was like, nah, this ain't working. Then yeah, got the heck out of there, bro. All right, we did a Twitter poll as well. We asked people on Twitter, does Nvidia bounce back today? 53% say yes, 47% say no. Interesting. Jolts job report will move. Yeah, so Jolts report comes out at 10 a.m. What's up, Beach Bum? If I remember right, it was 48 points or something. Yeah, they're down big, man. I mean, IEP is down IEP is down from like $50 all the way down to $20, right? So IEP is down 60% right now. You know, it's a big drop. It's a big drop. Yeah, Jolts at 10 will move markets for sure. We'll see. You know, the Jolts report does come out at 10, and looking at these numbers here, so we do have some numbers for Jolts. So the Jolts report is expected to show up at, let me see what the last report came out and what that did to the market for the Jolts report. Because that, so right now it's the 31st, so I could look back at May and June or April. Looking forward, I know it drops at 10 a.m. No. No, not this day. Michigan consumer sentiment. No, when was the last Jolts report? Does anybody know? When was the last Jolts job report? May 2nd is when it came out at. May 2nd. All right, so let's see. So May 2nd is when the last report came out. It came out at 2 o'clock. So here's the SPY. All right, so here is May 2nd. All right, so here's May 2nd right here. Right, the report came out at 9 a.m. my time. Yeah, dude, look how much the Jolts report, this is a 1-minute chart too, but look how much the Jolts report influenced the market. It started this huge downtrend. Like the Jolts report dropped right here. Just to put this into perspective, the Jolts report dropped right there. And then look at this huge drop afterwards, man. So yeah, Jolts will be big. It'll be relevant. We'll see what happens. Certainly be interesting to watch. Yeah, I thought today we had non-farm employment numbers, but that's not today. That is going to be tomorrow. So tomorrow, non-farm. Tomorrow is the busiest day of the week. Friday is busy too. Or tomorrow and, wait. Yes, Thursday is the busiest day. I thought it was today, but it makes sense because it's covering April numbers, right? So if it's covering April numbers, it's not going to be able to debut in April because April's not over yet. So the Jolts report comes out tomorrow to cover this month's numbers. Yeah, AI went up 33% yesterday. Kind of crazy, man. It's at $44. Crazy run. And again, we will stream the whole earnings. Chicago PMI is not today. So today we don't have much. We have the beige book, which is not really a big release. We do have Chicago PMI at 9:45 today. Yeah, we'll cover it. I mean, we'll stream it. We got Lagarde speaking, Bowman speaking, Canadian GDP at 8:30. That's about it. But that stuff's good enough, you know. Hey, what's up, Moose? What's up, Financial? Yeah, you're right. It is today. Chicago PMI is today. You're right. All right. But yeah, so again, we bought up a couple things this morning. Specifically, we bought up Coca-Cola. We bought up PayPal. Or no, we're already in PayPal. We bought up Coca-Cola. We bought up Walgreens. Trying to think of anything else I should diversify into. All right, so the mortgage numbers did drop already. What did the mortgage rate show up as? Mortgage rate showed up at 6.91, so interest rates are going up. Foot Locker. Foot Locker's been doing pretty rough since their earnings report. You know, and I talked about why. Like Foot Locker, there's risks. Like Foot Locker's risky because like even if people continue to buy their shoes in store, a lot of the time they don't go to Foot Locker anymore. They go to like JD and other stuff. So I mean, even if Foot Locker, even if people continue to buy retail shoes, there's nothing saying that they're gonna go to Foot Locker. Yeah, the beige book is not a huge release either. I mean, we can watch it, but it's not like the biggest release or anything like that. All right, guys. All right, guys. Nvidia up there at 396s, almost 396s. TSN. Hey, what's up, Shepard? Lyft. Nike not doing a lot of share sales. Up there at almost $9. All right, guys. So Nvidia back down to the VWAP here. Let's see if it actually holds SPY at 419s. All right, guys. Tesla at 199s. 199s. All right, guys. Again, I'm waiting to see if we get a pop back up here in Nvidia today. I mean, Nvidia ran crazy big yesterday, man. So I'm genuinely curious to see if it runs again. Amazon. You think Doge could ever rise? I mean, I think it could. I mean, will it is a completely different story. I don't know. Amazon is the PE ratio is so high for Amazon. Yeah, we'll see if this is a pullback or not for Nvidia. I'm curious to see too. I mean, I'm genuinely curious to see. You know. All right. Yeah. I mean, but Nvidia is very high. You know what I mean? So Nvidia is really high. You know what I mean? Like they the PE ratio is over 200 right now, and so in that regard, I'm genuinely curious to see what happens here. Again, I don't know what's going to happen. All right, guys. Yeah, so we're right around there. SPY's still over 419s. Sorry, I'm trying to do something on my screen, but bro. There we go. All right, guys. So we are trying to make moves on the upside. Let me catch back up with the chat here, team. It's a dip buy before it goes back to 420. Hey, if it gets to 420, isn't that the trillion market cap? Quarter two report is crucial if healthy. You mean earnings? So earnings are already out, right? So that's the only thing is like earnings are already out. Do they have another report coming out that I don't know about? There might. Again, there might be. I'm not saying they don't, but educate me if they do. Because again, I'm curious. You know, I really want to know. Yeah, I'm genuinely curious to see if they do. Bro, they don't track. All right, guys. All right, guys. So Nvidia at 395.20, SPY at 419s. Again, Disney at 87.80s, Amazon at 121s. I thought they hit the trillion market cap at 380. Yeah, they might have. I might have been wrong. That's where it went yesterday. Should hit 420 again by Friday. AI down 4% this morning, looking to buy the dip. Yeah, AI earnings are this evening. That'll be crazy big if they do something well in earnings. $44 a share right now. Nvidia's just resting. Yeah, I hope y'all are right, man. You know, I think it's possible they are, dude. I really do. I think it's possible. Bro, I hate business sometimes. I gotta track like really old payments. June. I gotta track really old payments here. All right, so there's the start. All right. I think that's right. Yeah, that's 1, 2. Okay. All right, so here's 2020. All right. It says 2020. Let's look at this. All right, so again, Tesla breaking down again. Here's the AI, man. AI is gone absolutely nuts. And again, this is one of the biggest earnings reports. I've never covered this the stock for earnings before, but it really is one of the big earnings that come out. And so I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see what happens here. You know. June. June 7th. All right, so again, AI started to break down. I don't think this matters, though. I think when you look at how strong this is, here's a 10-day chart. This thing's gone from $22 up to $42, basically up 100%, a little bit less, but basically up 100%. You know, so like, despite all the craziness, man, this thing's up like huge amounts. There's the other one. All right, look at AI though, man. And again, we'll see if it holds. The earnings today might make this huge, you know. So 2,500. 4K. All right. All right, guys. So there we go. I'm finished. I sold at highs, bought yesterday at 38.24s. Yes, I sold yesterday at 35. Hits 40. Might make it run. That tank. That's an exaggeration. Bought yesterday at 38. Yeah, man. Honestly, Disney being sued. Yeah, I mean, I think Disney's down so much already though that it doesn't matter. You know, I think Disney will bounce back and be strong. Market cap was yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. By the logic I showed, they were like the trillion market cap level for Nvidia was like 420s. 420s. And again, I'm not saying it's gonna hit that, but that was my level where I was watching it. All right, I gotta get something for a contract here. Doing some contract stuff. Some old contracts here. Ugh. All right. Man, I hate these pages. All right, guys. So, yeah, C3 is one that we're definitely going to be watching the numbers. All right. Tesla, yeah, Tesla, man. Honestly, Tesla, the strength. I talked about a potential dip buy in Tesla, and we made a little bit of money on this rebound here. We didn't make as much as we could. Here, I'm missing one page of this freaking document. When is the news coming for the debt ceiling? I think the new deadline is the 5th. They're supposed to vote on it today, I believe. So they're supposed to vote on it later today. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they're supposed to vote on it later today. Okay, here's mine. Good time. Good thing I always keep duplicates here. But yeah, AI running up a little bit today, guys. Hey, why US can't? I mean, I don't know, William. That's I mean, they could, but there's limits on it. That's the point. That's what the whole argument and all this stuff is about, is the limits of this, you know. You know, the whole point in the argument is the limits. All right, guys. All right, so again, Nvidia's still testing these lows down here, man. And again, we'll see if it holds Tesla up there. Where can I learn tech to start day trading? I mean, you can learn on the internet. The internet is probably the best place to do it. So, like, the internet's probably the best place to learn. All right, guys, and we are moving up a little bit. Again, Tesla at 198. Hey, good luck if y'all make some money. Yeah, printing money. I mean, I appreciate the donation, brother, but printing money, man, hey, that's, you want to ask the economy about that. You want to ask the, politicians about that, not me. That's just kind of a different question, man. And again, so we're holding here. All right, guys. So again, we are holding bottom of the range here for Nvidia at 394s. Bottom of the range at 394s. Breaking down a little bit. We are holding a little bit of the SOXS position here. AI is still ripping up over the last few days. The U.S. Should push the AI industry to adopt a voluntary code of conduct within months to provide safeguards. Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the right move. But again, it's a touchy subject. It really is. It really is a touchy subject. It's a hard subject. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a touchy subject. What are your main trading tools? I use the volume weighted average price. That's usually my favorite indicator is the volume weighted average price. Yeah, there's always opposites. It's market's so polarized, so my stocks can rip. Yeah, I mean AI will be interesting for sure. All right, guys. So again, AI pulling all the way back to 41 now. Again, we'll see if it bounces. Is there an argument for a dip buy here? Yeah, is there an argument for a dip buy here, guys? Let me know what you guys think. Is there an argument for a dip buy? June 1st. Third. John, your thoughts on Palantir? I think Palantir's had a crazy run up the last couple of days. The question is, does it continue running? And I really don't know. I know it's up a lot. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of doing some business stuff. All right, so AI break it down more. So AI break it down more here, guys. Again, AI still breaking down here. Nvidia down to 394, so it looked like it might bounce back a little bit. I know a lot of people think we might. Yeah, YouTube is a business. Yeah, we'll see. Such strange price action, though. I wouldn't touch AI yet. It needs to go sideways. I think the market's up a lot. Hey, what's up, Mike? Hello, great channel. My early afternoon greetings from Germany. I'm hands off market at the moment. Yeah, I feel you, man. I get it. Again, today we do have some stuff coming out. It's nothing big. We got like Chicago PMI today. We have there's a bunch of stuff. We got Chicago PMI. All right, guys. Yep, there we go. All right. All right, so again, testing the lows on Nvidia. Let's see if AI bounces at $40. All right, so we did 394s. Tesla breaking down. Is there an argument for a did buy in Tesla? Again, I did buy some stuff. I'm really looking for low PE companies. So I'm really looking at low PE companies. And so I'm trying to diversify my dip buys. Like, I think my dip buys work really well. So I'm trying to diversify my dip buys to get into something good. Let's see if I can draw on this, man. I don't want to do that. There we go. There we go. Again, so at 394s, AI break it down to 4070s, 4070s. Nvidia a long time ago, I had 925, then made 100%, thought I was doing well. Man, that must have been a long time ago. Yeah, I already asked Bard. I got some ideas from Bard, but yeah, I've already got some ideas from Bard, but I'm just looking for other stuff. The chat is kind of my encyclopedia too here. So I ended up buying up a couple stuff. I ended up buying up Coca-Cola. I ended up buying up Walgreens. And maybe that's not the safest play for Walgreens because of changes in pharmacies and stuff like that. But I'm thinking about it, guys. I'm thinking about it. All right, guys, we're at 394. Tesla bouncing up to 390 or 199s here. We'll see if that holds too. Yeah, Jolts might make the market move. What do you think about United Airlines? Hey, what's up, Douglas? I think UAL is up a little bit too much short term for me. United Airlines actually had a pretty good year. You know what I mean? So like UAL has actually had a pretty solid year. You know, so like in that regard, I don't know. Tomorrow we have non-farm employment change data as well. Again, Nvidia down to 394s. I feel more comfortable buying when the Dixie drops back below 104.20. Yeah, Bard. I mean, Bard's good. No AI is perfect though. So like, no AI is perfect. You know, that's the thing to understand. So like, no AI is perfect here. You know, like AI is not going to be perfect, and that's all right. You know, it's not supposed to be. You know what I mean? All right, so yeah, AI still dipping down a little bit. You know, Nvidia is approving my son bought a field 116. Yeah, I'll see if it actually holds. Super, no question. Nike looking good around 104. I'm not going to touch Nike. I take RX-7 is rotary. They're cool and all, but like, I'm not going to mess with those, dude. You know what I mean? They're too risky. SoFi might be good. Yeah, a few people talked about SoFi this morning. I heard transcripts Bart has access to all you. Maybe he might. I don't know. But if it does, that's still pretty solid. What do you think about Salesforce? Don't they have earnings today? Doesn't Salesforce have earnings? All right, guys. Tesla bouncing up again at 199s right now. 199s. All right, guys. Tesla at 199s here. I just want my money back at the spot puts. If I break even, I promise to never gamble again. Hey, that's kind of how it goes sometimes, dude. Bears today is a good covered market, still very strong. John, why stay away from Nike? Because Nike is fashion, and I avoid fashion like the plague in markets. Again, fashion trends change. You know, even Nike, which has been around for a long time, fashion trends change, brother. You know, so like in that regard, I'm very hesitant on where I put my money. You know. All right, again, we're at 41.20s here, guys. 41.20s. CBRL. Yeah. Again, like I just don't Nike. I don't trust. It's fashion, right? So just kind of like all the other fashion companies, they're susceptible to risk and vulnerabilities from mostly just like, again, trends change, man. People get all behind. Like Lululemon is one that we talk about a lot because I had one dude that just loved Lululemon. He said he was investing his kids, life savings in Lululemon and all this stuff. And again, I'm not even saying it's not going to work. Maybe it does, but like I'm not parking my kids' savings in Lululemon. When it comes to like my kids' savings, I think there's a lot better places to park my money than a fashion retailer. You know, Lululemon's great, but like again, you got to think of the trends here. Lululemon got big in 2020 with the athleisure style. Like everybody's at home because of the pandemic, so they didn't want to go anywhere. So what do? They stayed at home and they just kind of hung out and they wore sweatpants, right? So of course Lululemon got really big, but over time fashions changed, man. When I grew up, Abercrombie and Fitch was cool, Hollister was cool. American Eagle was cool. Nowadays, those brands are basically nobody wears those brands anymore, and so it's a situation now where, um, it's a situation now where it's a situation now where I don't trust fashion retailers like that. I just don't. I think I don't think they're trustworthy in that regard. You know. Yeah, we're trying to hold. All right, we're at 394.20s here, guys. 394.20s. AI reports after the bell today. Yes, we're gonna stream AI. Just find an AI fashion brand that's innovative. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's not trendy. Yeah, the only fashion brands I would trust are like Louis Vuitton and stuff like that because they're big enough to where they're really making money. And the richest guy in the world is Bernard Arnault, and so like they're really making money in that regard. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Summer season is slow. People cash out in May, usually reinvest in October. That from historical data. Yeah. I mean, generally the summer season is pretty slow. The summer moves pretty slow for sure. You know what I mean? And yeah. All right, we're at 394s, AI at 4180s, Tesla at 199s. Yeah, sell it, May, and go away. Yeah, I mean, the market's been kind of difficult. The slowest month historically for markets is sorry, I'm done with my business stuff. The slowest month historically for markets is isn't it August or September, right? It's like August or September. You know what I mean? Um so August or September. All right, we're at 394s, AI at 4190s here, Tesla at 199.30s. Hopefully the fall in oil will show at the pump, 350 a gallon. What sell it may go away. So sell it may go away means the market generally corrects a little bit in May. It's the summer months, so you got to think about like what stock traders are actually doing, right? Stock traders are generally gone on vacation at the beach, hanging out with their family during the summer months. They're not trading as much. The busiest months of the market are actually the winter fall months, right? So October, November, December, January are the four busiest months of market activity. All the rest of the months are pretty slow, and so we're in the slow period of time. You'll notice like interest of the market has gone down. I mean, we had our largest stream ever last week, or maybe it was either last week or the week before. We had our largest stream ever the other day, where we had over 8,000 people on our streams. It's kind of crazy, but despite that day, again, interest has gone down in the market. There's just less people interested in the market currently. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of how it goes. There's just less people interested. That's kind of how it goes. But yeah. That makes sense now. Yeah, it's all good, bro. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes. Summer months slow down with vacation, taking kids out of school. Yeah, I mean, I know my kids are home from school, and that just has me a lot busier. My kids want to go do stuff. They want to see stuff. You see the PE difference between AI and Tesla? No, what are the differences there? The Q always follows SOXS. Yeah, Nvidia is still breaking down. Just broke loads. It's done at 393.60s. So Nvidia is still breaking down here. And again, we do have a little position there. I've been riding SOXS down all day today, and that's or up, I guess I should say. We did buy a little bit of Coca-Cola that we're green on today. Gold is up too. We're in JP Morgan. We're still in Disney, but I think Disney's a longer term trade that I just have to kind of hang in. Okay, new topic: fuel prices in your area, UK. Let me see what gas prices. Gas prices in my area right now are $2.82 a gallon, so they're pretty cheap relative to what they were like a year ago. $2.82 a gallon. Nvidia break it down again here, guys. So Nvidia all the way down to 393.30s here for Nvidia, down to 393.30s. That's dirt cheap. We pay $7. Yeah. Which is kind of crazy because you're overseas, right? You would think it would be cheaper because that's where most of the gas is coming from too. Yeah, I mean, Raphael, like I said, if you're in Disney, it's got to be a long-term trade for me. 520 here in Gallon or in Cali. Why is AI tech down? Well, AI is dropping because Nvidia is dropping, and Nvidia's had a rough couple months here, man. So Nvidia's just down a ton from a rough couple months. You know. I know, bro. Thanks. Just I should we sold at 94 like yourself, missed that stream. Yeah, I mean it's all good, dude. Yeah, I did end up taking a lot of profit there. I don't know how you can justify holding consumer discretionary speculative tech stocks during the hiking cycle, because the biggest edge, Chuck, is that long-term stocks go up, right? Long-term blue chips go up. I should say. I should clarify. Long-term blue chip stocks go up, and so holding through there is the worst, or missing out on the long-term edge is the biggest mistake a lot of traders make, right? The biggest edge you ever get in markets is that long-term blue chip stocks go up. That's important to clarify because a lot of people are talking doom and gloom. The world's going to end, the market's going to crash. And they've been saying that for years. And it's kind of this weird thing where it's like, I've been telling people the market didn't need to crash. People have been telling me I was wrong. I was dumb. I didn't know what I was talking about. They were saying I had no idea what I was talking about. This dude's a perma bull. They would say all this stuff, right? And the market, since I've been saying that, has just kind of been going up, 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 up. And then, but instead of like acknowledging, like, hey, man, John was right, like the markets just kind of kept going up, a lot of them get even more mad at me. Like I'm doing something wrong for being right. And it's just kind of this weird dynamic, man. I see it a lot. Like people's egos and pride get in the way, man. Y'all know I've been right. The market has gone straight up since I've been talking about this. I told you guys it didn't have to crash. And so what you have to learn to do is just tune everybody else out. You like, again, I watch the market every day. I understand, sentiment to a certain extent. And I understand over predicting crashes happens. Like a lot of people over predict crashes, and so in the end, it's something that like, you got to understand crashes might happen. They don't have to necessarily happen. And it's something to just kind of wait to see what, to see what happens. Prepare for it, but don't bet on it. Don't miss out on long-term edge. Again, the S&P 500 will give you 6 to 12% a year. And if you are so scared of a crash the entire time, you're going to miss out on that edge. And that's a big edge. That's the most consistent edge the market will ever give you. Markets always don't go up. Over time, they do, yes. But they don't always go up. It depends. You can pinpoint any specific thing and say, hey, but the markets are not always going to go up. It varies. Yeah, so Nvidia is still consolidating around these low levels. All right, guys. So Nvidia is still dropping down here. All right, guys. So Nvidia bouncing up to 394.75s right now. 394.75s. John, do you think most of the big trading YouTubers are full of crap? Many YouTubers said Apple will crash. Here's Apple around 177. I sold Apple because of them. I don't think they're full of crap. I think that people overpredict crash stuff. Also, you look at SPY 421 puts 5 minutes after the open, then printed most of the day at 265% gains on the SPY. What is the debt ceiling vote? So the debt ceiling vote is going to be later on. I'll be right back, guys. I'm going to run to the restroom, but I'll be right back. While I'm gone, though, here's a genuine question. Does AI beat or miss earnings today? AI beat or miss earnings today? Let me know. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, we're back. Hey, what's up, Guts? What's up, Willie Shaw, Florida? All right, so you think they're going to miss? Here's AI right here. So AI got all the way up to 47. 47. Beats? Yeah, we'll see. All right, so there's 830 here. Disney popping up a little bit. Nvidia still around these lows. AI at 4170s. How much AI will affect the market? AI is going to move AI stocks. So AI is going to move AI stocks. So the poll today is about Nvidia bouncing back. 55% of people think no, Nvidia is not going to bounce back. 45% think yes, Nvidia will bounce back. CXAI is a small AI dedicated stock with great potential. Yeah, so I mean, it's going to move the AI sector. You know, that's what it's going to move, right? Is the AI sector specifically. Now, how much it moves it, we don't know, but it's going to move the AI sector. You know. Like, that's the big thing it's going to move to the AI sector. And again, we'll see if it continues to move it. Also, guys, y'all check out Top Step, man. This is the last day of the month. Top Step has been really, really fun, dude. One thing I noticed is that you can open up more than one combine at a time. And so, like, I think a lot of people struggle to get funded. And something I'm specifically doing is opening up multiple combines and attacking multiple, man, you know? So I've been working on this I've been working on multiple combines and just kind of building that up. And I think that's really useful. And what Top Step does, it's a funded account program for futures. Most day traders don't understand that the futures market is probably where you want to be. So like you probably want to be in futures, and I'll explain why. The futures market has no PDT rule. So like if you try to day trade stocks actively, say you try to day trade the SPY, right? You're going to be restricted by the PDT rule. You're only going to be able to day trade 3 times a week with a margin account over under 25K. And so if you got less than 25K, you're only going to be able to day trade 3 times a week. Severely restricting. Now, most day traders go to futures, and I'll explain why. It's because you can day trade the SPY, you can day trade the S&P 500 with no PDT rule. You can day trade what's called the E-mini. If you look at the SPY on the right here, and then you look at the E-mini in the middle, it's the exact same price action. Here's the E-mini, and here's the SPY. You can see dip, bounce, 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 drop. It's the same price action, but you can also see the E-mini is actually a little bit more liquid. What Top Step does is they give you a demo and they test your skill. So they give you a 50K demo. They recently got rid of the daily max loss as an account eliminator. So you can't lose your account anymore if you hit the daily max loss. And so that's great. But what they do is they give you a 50K demo. They test your skill. If you could hit 3K in profit on that 50K demo without losing over 2K total, so a 2 to 3 ratio, a very reasonable ratio, and you could pass their phases, then they fund you 50 grand with a 90% split. It's the most legit futures funded program in the world. And this gives traders a very advantageous situation. And what's advantageous about this is that it's the best of both worlds. If you could pass it, if you're good enough to pass it, you keep 90% of your profit. So you get a 90% profit split, and they're the most legit one in the world. They pay out millions in actual withdrawals every year. They fund thousands and thousands of traders a year. Again, there's no PDT rule here. And so they fund thousands of traders a year, pay out millions of dollars. So you get basically all the good stuff if you're good enough to get funded. If you're not good enough to get funded, you have some severely less risk. Your risk is noticeably less. If you lose the funded account program, you're down $150, 130 something if you use my link, right? That's a pretty big thing, where you can still have some pressure, and trading's about learning how to perform under pressure, but you don't have a lot of the downside of it. That makes a ton of sense for traders. Most day traders are going to lose, and I think most day traders are going to lose this as well, but it's a lot cheaper to lose this than it is to put up the money yourself. Here's the link if you want to check it out. Great way to help support the channel. Just posted it in chat right there. Yeah, I love sitting on I love coffee. If the debt ceiling bill passes, the reserve will need to issue a ton of new market bonds, pulling liquidity out of the markets. We will see a big pullback the next 2 weeks starting Tuesday. Maybe. It depends on what the debt ceiling does here. Here's the E-mini. We can also look at Nvidia right now. No, you can try again. You just got to reset your account. You can reset it for 100. Yeah, it kind of is the best of both worlds. That's what a lot of people don't understand about it. Again, Nvidia all the way back down. We are holding some SOXX. We took a little bit of profit off of this. We're holding some other stuff too here. Like I said, we bought a little bit of Coca-Cola. We bought a little bit of Walgreens. We bought a little bit of we're still holding some Walmart. I'm trying to diversify in what I consider downward stocks. Right, exactly, Ryan. I think that it just makes sense. How can Top Step make money from that business plan? Honestly, Top Step's got a great business plan as well. It makes sense in both ways. Like, as a business, it's a great business for Top Step. I'm sure they're making money regardless of whether you pass or fail. And so I understand it. I'm not even mad at that. I get it completely. But if you're good enough, they keep 10%. Once you're funded, there is a max loss though, so they're not going to let you just kind of YOLO your account. If they did, you know what I mean? If they did do that, then people would just get funded and just take huge risks, try to make, you know what I mean? So you have a max loss once you get funded. But once you get funded, the best move is to scale down, in my opinion. And again, you guys know me. I don't necessarily need to get funded. But yeah. All right, so let's get the music playing. Tesla bouncing back up to 200 here. So Tesla's starting to push towards 200. All right, guys. So again, Nvidia starting to bounce up. SPY still, or Tesla still under 200s. Tesla now going for 200 again. Yeah, it's right underneath it. It doesn't seem like there are a lot of downward stocks right now. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff is up. Again, I'm kind of diversifying into some blue chips, is what I've been trying to do lately. And it's been going pretty well. We'll see if it continues. But yeah. Has Carol ever contacted you on this chat if you're not answering the phone? No. All right, guys. Nvidia up there, Tesla up there. Again, we do have the Jolts job report coming out today in about an hour and 10 minutes or so. So we do have the Jolts report coming out in about an hour and 10 minutes. Let me edit this so we can kind of watch this. But yeah, we'll see you. Would you rather watch a movie with your daughter or Carol? Probably my daughter, but it depends on the movie. Do you have a good strategy for when we're in a bull market and unable to buy up the dips? Wait. Get in some long-term stocks that it doesn't matter whether they're dipping or not and just kind of sit is what I would do. But again, I'm not telling you guys what to do. I have no idea what you should do. Just be smart, All right, guys. And again, we're getting kind of chopped right now here. Here's AI on the right, Nvidia on the left, Tesla on the left. So we're getting kind of chopped right now. Here's the SPY itself. So the SPY is down today too. It's at 418. It's kind of dragging the rest of the market down. And we might get some stuff. All right, guys. All right, guys. Again, SPY breaking down to 418.20s, 418.20s. SPY calls today. I don't know, man. I don't know what you guys should do. Again, we got about 45 minutes until the market opens. It depends on what you guys think numbers would do. Again, Jolts job reports today. That's very relevant to like what goes on in the market right now. So yeah, we do have the Jolts job report at 10 a.m. today. I'm looking at the rest of this data here. So yeah, the Jolts report is at 10 a.m. We also have the Red Book. We got Chicago PMI for May. Expectations are 47%, 47%. So yeah, we do have Chicago PMI coming out. Yeah, so the Jolts job openings. I'm writing out the All right, guys. So yeah, so again, SPY just cracked under lows. It's at 418.30s, bounced back a little bit. AI is the stock to watch today. Yeah, we do have PMI data today. There we go. All right. So again, SPY break it down. We're gonna get ready to day trade some futures here. It's just down so much right now. Everything else is not really doing anything either. I'm still in gold. Everything else is still kind of slow. Any debt ceiling news? No, we gotta wait. So I think they've come to a tentative agreement, but nothing really is set in stone yet. The jobs report might affect the market heavily. We don't know. Last time it did. We don't really know how much it's going to affect anything right now. But again, the latest news. So we're looking up debt ceiling news right now to see if we get anything. So far, Repub's hard right vows to sink deal hours before votes expected. Freedom Caucus attacked House leaders Kevin McCarthy's deal with Biden to raise the debt ceiling before the default deadline of June 5th. So members of the hard right House Freedom Caucus have attacked the proposed spending cuts in the debt ceiling bill as woefully inadequate. They said, quote, "We had the time to act and this deal fails completely," Rep. Scott Perry of Pennsylvania said. The House is expected to make its final vote today. It's supposed to be this afternoon, I believe. And so I don't know if it's going to get done. We'll see. A lot of skepticism in that regard. A lot of people weary of everything, just kind of patiently waiting here. Yeah, if we do get some drops, we will buy up some dips. You see AI on the right. Nvidia is still breaking down, dropping the market here. AI is doing okay. I mean, it's still up a huge amount. Even with the drops we have at pre-market today, AI is still bumping up big amounts here. We just talked about the debt ceiling info. PCE is not today, Antonio. PCE was last week on Friday. Today we have Jolts job report, Chicago PMI. Yeah, so Jolts job report, PMI today. And again, if you haven't already checked out Top Step, again, single easiest way to get your feet wet in day trading. If you want to day trade, the futures market is where you want to go. There's more liquidity. You can day trade the S&P 500. You can day trade the NASDAQ. You can day trade currencies. It really is where most pro day traders go because there's less restriction, less red tape, more liquidity, better fills, more freedom to do it, a lot more options. You can do these funded account programs. And again, understand most day traders lose money in the beginning. Funded account programs are a way to limit that risk. Most traders are going to lose these funded account programs because most day traders lose money, but it's a lot cheaper to lose a funded account program and you get a lot of the benefits of putting up the money yourself. That's why people use these. And so if you pass it, you get 90% of your profit once you pass it. They give you a demo, they test your skill. You got to hit 3K on the base one without losing 2K. And so if you can pass that testing in those phases, then they fund you 50 grand with a 90% split. If you could pass it, you get 90%. You make 20K, you keep 18 of that. And they keep 2 since they're funding you that money. If you fail it, you're only down $100 and something if you use my link. So you get much less risk with a lot of the benefits. And so again, if you want to help support your boy here, support this channel, check out the link right here. Again, great way to help support the channel. We appreciate it. And again, looking at these numbers here, the poll numbers, we asked if Nvidia was going to bounce back today. Looking at these numbers, about 750 people voted. 55% said no, 45% said yes. I don't know about AVGO. It's not a stock that I necessarily follow. Yeah, so Bowman is speaking. Yeah, we'll see how she moves the market. Again, I'm not sure. Or, I don't know. Let me see. That's Bowman. We'll see how they move the markets. I'm not sure. They might be live. We'll see if they move it at all. Again, AI bouncing back up. It's almost up to 42s right now. Almost up to 42s. Yeah, we'll see if the market runs. Market's kind of quiet right now. I think a lot of people are watching AI. Again, Nvidia made a huge, crazy, famous, like historical run all the way up to 420s over the last few days here. So, like, look, it hit 420 yesterday, basically. So a historic run. This really is history too, man. This is historic. So historic run for sure. Finally pulling back a little bit, but even at the current levels, look at how much this thing is up. You know, this thing is up huge percentages. And again, the real question that's on everybody's mind today is, does this hold? I don't know. You know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it hold? Most of the people voting say no, it doesn't. 55% say no, in fact. We did a poll on Twitter as well. 55% on Twitter said yes. So it's actually flipped. 55% of Twitter says yes. 46% say no. 55 say yes, 46% say no, 45 say no. So yeah, that's interesting as well. Our Twitter space is good. I don't even know, man. I've never even heard. I've never tried using them. Are they good? Again, vote on that poll. Let me know what you guys think. It's here to stay. Yeah, the question is, does it hold the gains that it's put in over the last couple days? And again, that's a really interesting question. A lot of people are looking at it. All right, so again, SPY getting way down. So we are trying to hold here. 393.50s for Nvidia, so it's still breaking down. Cracking lows right now. I always wonder why PDT is a thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I think most day traders lose money. And so I think, I think most day traders lose money. Okay. But I think the difference, though, and I think people need to understand, is that forcing new traders to save up 25 grand as their first day trading account is just going to be a losing thing. It's not the best thing. It's going to hurt people. So, like, forcing new traders to pay 25 grand is going to hurt people. And you know, because of that, the PDT rule is ridiculous. What the PDT rule actually does is it lets the bank hold on to your money longer, is what it really does. It doesn't actually benefit traders. And again, people say, oh, well, it makes traders not day trade. It's like, well, it makes anybody that wants to actively day trade need $25,000 to do it. Like, that's crazy, bro. No new trader has risk management. They're just going to destroy that $25,000 account. You're causing traders to lose more money than they need to. Like, think about how much better it would be if you let day traders day trade with $2,000. You know, like, yeah, they might lose some money, but they're going to lose much less than they would instead of making them put up 25 grand. It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make sense. Options. How are these zero days till expiry options? Are they fun to trade? I've never actually tried trading them. I'm thinking about it, though. We're going to get ready to trade some futures. We had our first losing day in a while yesterday. So we had our first losing day in a while yesterday. But, you know, that's okay. Every day doesn't need to be profitable. We're not going to be green every day. See, I got multiple accounts. I got to figure out which account it is. I'm pretty sure I know, but let me be sure. Let me be very sure here. Okay, yeah. All right, I'm right. There we go. All right. Yeah, we've had a pretty good run of trades the last couple days here. So again, if you look at our graph, we lost yesterday. Like I said, we did lose yesterday. So we did lose a little bit, but we didn't lose much, man. We lost like $100 yesterday. Here's the last 7 days. So like, here's my graph the last 7. So we're doing pretty good. We'll see if we can keep it up, but that's my graph the last 7 days. You know, we're winning about 75% of trades we're winning 3-to-1 win to loss ratio. So I'll take it. About 75%, good enough for me, for sure. That SOXS trade's doing well too. We're in a downtrend, but I just don't trust it enough to really do anything here. Yeah, I do lots of long-term trades. Do the options, man. Try it. You might like it. Yeah. AI stands for AI. AI is C3. AI. I don't even know how to do these though, man. I could look at them. Where do you get those new options though? Where do you get the ZT, zero time till expiry options? I don't see it. Like, where do you get them? Like, does TOS offer them? Because I don't see them anywhere. The only contracts I see expire June 2nd. So, like, that is, they end this week, basically. Yeah, but the only options I see. I see the weeklies, but you must, like, maybe these are them. I don't know. How do you tell? Yeah. Yeah, these things probably move crazy. Let me look at the SPY. I'm looking at, like, GameStop right now. Oh, here they are on the SPY. June 1st. So that's tomorrow. So yeah, they got some here. Yeah. Well, that's not the name of the company. K. That's not the name of the company, man. The name of the company is C3. So AI is just the symbol, and they got a good symbol, bro. That's probably a really desired symbol. I'm sure some companies would pay money to have that symbol. You know. Hmm. All right, so again, market's very flat here, to be honest. I wonder if this is from the Jolts report coming out today or not. You know, maybe this is from Jolts. I don't know. You'll be paying for time to hit your target. I don't know. I have to check them out. TOS offers 0-day. Yeah, I might have to wait. Oh, I do see I see the 0-day till expiry. I see the ones that expired today on the SPY. Man, these things are probably moving crazy. So they got put options at 417 strike price. See, I don't need this though. So I don't need this. This is the only thing. Like, I have enough buying power to where I don't necessarily need to buy these or like play with these. There's just a lot of risk, I'm sure. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of risk. I mean, most of the time they're four characters. Okay. I mean, there's rules, like, but if the point is, it's kind of like domains, where like if it's available, they can pick it. Hey, what's up, official? I stopped trading for a little bit time, but I'm back. I'm glad to see your channel is still up and running. This is my favorite channel. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ja, do you use leverage? With our day trades, we do sometimes, but it depends. Like, so, it varies. You know, we do sometimes. TOS gives me about 4-to-1 leverage, and so like I've got about 200,000 in buying power right now, maybe a little bit less than that. Using about 4-to-1, my account's like 40 to 50,000. So they're giving me, about 4-to-1 leverage right now that I can use if I want to. Yeah, welcome back, man. If I pass the combine, reach out to them, Ryan. I don't think they unlock more trades for you or anything like that, but reach out to them, dude. I'd ask them. All right, we did a poll. Does Nvidia bounce back today? 54%, 54.5% think yes, 45.5% say no. Again, we got about 800 votes on, and does Nvidia bounce back on Google? 55% say no, 45% say yes. So it's actually switched. Yeah, I'm not risking anywhere near the cash in my account. What's up, Hernan? Yeah, I'm not risking anything close to that, dude. Nowhere near that. It's just not worth it for me, man. Nvidia's still pumping up though. Nvidia's still up a lot. It's not pumping up, but it's still up a lot. We have a Discord. Here's the Discord right here if you want to join it. Yeah, we got a Discord. Thinking about opening up a Telegram, but I don't know. You guys think I should? I've been thinking about it. Yeah, you can only trade futures on Top Step. It's a futures funded account program. So you can basically day trade the S&P 500. You can day trade the NASDAQ. You can day trade currencies. You can day trade gold and silver. Yeah, I don't even have my Discord up, Han. So if you've sent me anything, my bad, dude. All right, so again, we're pretty flat right now, man. Y'all just be careful, dude. Market's kind of flat. All right, so again, market's very flat. AI started to bounce though a little bit. So again, very flat. All right, still kind of choppy and sideways here. We still got 20 minutes. Yeah, man, I've been pretty slow, man. The market's pretty flat, guys. I mean, you can look at the S&P right here. So, like, the S&P 500 is moving, but like, look at this little baby range. I mean, we might have a little trend here, and we did lose a little bit yesterday, but yeah, the cool thing about Top Step is you can open up more than one, and I think that's useful for a lot of people. But like, yeah, you can see last 2 weeks we've been doing pretty well on this one. So yeah, here's the last 2 weeks. We're up about $1,200 or so, 4-to-1 win-loss ratio, which I'm really proud of. That's what I'm saying. Like, people act like I'm not profitable or whatever, but it's like, dude, I'm just slow, man. I'm just like, again, I actually trade leverage. Like, I actually trade a lot of equity. My TOS account, again, has hundreds of thousands of equity. So I trade just like I trade on that, which is very small, very slow, very steady. I don't push too hard. I just don't think it's worth it too. So I just try to trade really light, try to trade really small, try to take it safe, if that makes sense. So Jolts might affect it. So tomorrow we have what's called the non-farm employment change data, Roger. It's a little bit different. It's the prelim data to the non-farm payrolls, which drop Friday. So like Friday, we get non-farm payrolls. Tomorrow, we get non-farm employment change numbers, jobless claims numbers, PMI data. Today, we get Chicago PMI in about 30 minutes as well, but it varies, man. So like, generally what happens is that you'll get the non-farm employment data, which is kind of the prelim non-farm data. It's the prelim data, right? That usually comes out on Wednesday. So it usually comes out today, but because May's not over yet, it's still May 31st. They're not going to drop that today. They're going to drop that tomorrow. And so tomorrow we're going to get the non-farm employment change data. We're going to get jobless claims numbers. And then Friday, we're going to get the full non-farm payroll data. We're going to get full payroll data Friday. We're going to get unemployment Friday as well. So Friday, we get non-farm payrolls and unemployment. It's the biggest day of the week by far. Today, we just have the Jolts report. Tomorrow, we have jobless claims and the prelim payroll data. So that's essentially what's going down this week. And then the next week's a little bit slow, but the week after that's crazy busy. So the week after that's incredibly busy here, where we got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of activity, a lot of market moves. So. We are starting to move up. We're at almost 4,200. Ace. Yeah, I mean, penny stocks, the biggest mistake new traders make is penny stocks, man. Penny stocks talk a lot of, like, again, I think what happens, what I think truly happens here is that you get people who are really struggling financially, right? So like people that are really struggling financially. And I think what happens is, like they dream of getting out of that situation. And all I can really do by my own, like how I am, But I think people, they dream of getting out that situation, but sometimes it's delusions of grandeur where they dream that they're going to get rich with penny stocks, so that they're going to buy this stock and that one day they're going to be rich. That's the worst mentality you can ever have in the market, and it's what losing traders do, right? You want to make money in the market, you buy and you sit, or if you want to day trade, you day trade with less risk. You don't day trade penny stocks. You don't invest in penny stocks. They're almost all going to fail. And so, but again, people just get bought into them like they're freaking Amazon, and they just get stuck. They just lose, unfortunately. It's one of the biggest traps of the market, I think. How do you define small trades? What is your gains in a good month, if it's okay to ask? A good month will be like 3%, but again, you enter the market, you're going to hear, like, again, one of the craziest things is, like, I was literally arguing with somebody a couple weeks ago, and they were arguing about how you could actually make, they were arguing with me about how you can actually make that 2% a day was reasonable. That a 2% per day expectation in your account was reasonable. And like, I tried to break it to everybody, like, listen, nobody here is going to be making 2% every day. Nobody here is going to be making 2% on average. It's just not a reasonable expectation. Like maybe 2% a month is more reasonable. So like shooting for like 25% a year. If you can do 25% every year, you're elite of the elite. Warren Buffett does 30% a year on average, or like 20 or 30%. And he's the best stock trader in the world. And so you got to have reasonable expectations for your trading. You can't just kind of expect to, again, I think somebody did the math where it's like, if you can make 2% a day every day, within a couple of years, you'd be the richest person in the world. And so it's just not a reasonable expectation. It's something that traders need to understand. 3% of your whole account is profit. I think 3% a month is reasonable to shoot for. Like, I think if you can make 3% a month in your account, that would make you 36% a year on a good month. So maybe average at like 25% a year, whatever it is. That's pretty good. That's good. It depends on how you classify it, Jay. But my point is, again, I think a lot of people are just getting sold a dream, and I think it's really hard to accept that they got sold a dream. I'm not saying you can't make 3% a day trading. Some on really, really good days, I'm sure people can. What I'm saying is that in terms of trading, and again, like, I'll put it like this. Okay, here's the reality of it. If anybody was really doing that, you would see their broker statements every year. You would see their broker statements. They'd be like, X trader made this percentage this year. And you'd see that every year after year after year after year. And I promise you, if somebody was really doing that, you would never hear the end of it. That's all you would hear. You want to know why you don't really hear about that very much? Is because most people aren't making what they claim to make. That's the truth. Again, think about how much credibility it would give you, especially if you were selling courses, right? If you're selling a course, right, you're making 2% a day or 1% a day even. Say you're making 10% a month, right? Say you're making 120% a year, right? And you're selling a course. Think about how many courses you would sell if you showed people your broker statements saying, hey, look, I made 120% a year. You know why you don't ever see that? You know why the only time you'll ever see broker statements, you might get cherry-picked broker statement, like 1 month they were profitable. Like 1 month they were actually profitable. They're going to show you that broker statement, and they're going to claim that they're making that every month. But I promise you, if they really were, you would hear it every month. You would hear that. You would see that yearly statement of over 100% every single year because of how much credibility it would give them. But again, you want to know why you don't ever hear that? It's because everybody's full of crap. Yeah, 3% compounded. That's amazing gains. Yeah, you got 100K, make it 3K every month. That's pretty good. Again, I don't know whether it's scalable or not. That's all up to you guys. I think that'd be easiest to obtain in futures, options, or stocks. Depends on the trading style. If you're day trading, probably futures. The options market is going to give you more bang for your buck in terms of returns, but the risk is also higher. And so, like, you could probably make that easier on options, but you could also lose that easier as well. Stocks are the biggest edge is long-term consistent, investing profits and compounding those. You know what I mean? Something in my eye, man. Yeah, I mean, as for talking about other traders, Daniel, I'm just gonna avoid that politely. Avoid talking about other traders. I'm not gonna mention names or anything like that. I just don't need to. It doesn't matter to me either way. Y'all believe or whatever who you want to believe. Again, I'm not gonna mention names or talk about anybody specific. Just not worth it. I don't really like drama. I just try to avoid it as much as I can. But again, you can see the market broke over that trend line here. We'll see if it actually holds. Yeah, if you're day trading, stocks would probably take longest, but it depends. Less access to leverage in stocks for sure. Yeah, it varies. Yeah, I think the big mistake most traders take in the beginning is they just trade really, really large. So they just trade really large in the beginning. They risk a bunch of money. They lose. They get frustrated. They say it's rigged and they give up. That's probably what happens to most traders. Yeah, you stop losses. Stop losses can be powerful too. It just depends, man. Again, a lot of people watch big gurus make big money, and then they want to jump in and be just like their favorite guru, and they lose a bunch of money. A lot of times, like what you'll see is people cherry pick their winners, and they only show their winners, and they don't show you their losses. And I think online it's tough. There's a lot of pressure. You get a lot of heat if you're not profitable, and so there's just a lot of pressure either way. What I've learned is that it's just better for me to not have any pressure. So I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to be profitable. I don't claim to be a good trader. I just kind of wanted to create a resource and community of traders. Yeah. Well, CDs are kind of, if you're going to invest in anything, invest in bonds, invest in index funds. Bonds are really the go-to, I think, right now. Like if you want to lock in percentage gains, like bonds, notes, bills, that's the way you get good percentage returns quickly, easily. You know what I mean? You are a guru. I mean, I don't sell a course. I don't sell my own service. I don't claim to be an expert. I don't have a mentorship program. So, I mean, you can call me a guru, but again, I don't sell a course, don't sell my own service, don't claim to be good, don't claim to be an expert. In fact, always tell people I don't know. So again, y'all could call me a guru, but I disagree. Yeah, scalping can make profitable, can make money, but yeah, thanks, Adam. Hey, thanks, Ace. Again, and other traders might make more. They might make more from selling courses. They might make more money and all that stuff. But like, I sleep better at night, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I'd rather just be real with people. Top 3 non-gurus in the non-world right now for sure. Top 3. Top 3 gurus no not being a guru. Top 3 least guru-ish guru ever in the world for sure. Definitely top 3. Yeah, top 3 most I don't know traders in the world right now. Yeah, we cover economic data because economic data is my go-to. Again, I like covering economic data because again, people have to understand, like, I'm not a day trading guru. Like a lot of people who try to be critical on me, they'll slap that label on me. They'll be like, this dude's day trader. It's like, yeah, I day trade. I also swing trade. I also invest in stuff. I also cover economic data. Like, I'm not trying to be a day trading guru. I'm really not. And I think people know that. Like, I'm not claiming anything, verifying anything, you know. Yeah, learning to cut a loss is probably the best skill you can get in trading. So like learning to cut your losses is probably the best skill you could ever have. Because if you can learn to cut your losses, you're going to have a distinct edge over most people, because most people don't cut their losses. Now, again, I cut my losses too. But if it's a blue chip, I'll bag hold those things as well. It just depends. I think patience is important there with blue chips, but like most people get stuck. They take a big position. They invest in a really crappy penny stock that's hyped up, that's got some sensationalized news, and then the stock turns on them and they just don't cut it. They just end up sitting on it and just losing money. You know, the problem with penny stocks is that they might give up 80, 90% in a year, more than that, in fact, and then get delisted. You'll never get your money back. And so bag holding those type of stocks is the worst thing you could ever do, because the odds are stacked against you there. You know, so it's like I'm talking to anybody here that might have gotten stuck investing in some really speculative low cap stock. I'm talking to you. Remember, those things can get delisted, go to pink sheets. You'll never see them again. I know you got a bunch of friends making you feel all warm and fuzzy, telling you about how great the company is and how much it's going to do. Again, be weary. Oh yeah, there's scams everywhere. All right, guys. Market's very flat right now. We got less than 2 minutes here before the market opens. Less than 2 minutes. We got the Jolts job report in about 30 minutes as well. So I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for that number to come out. Again, hit that like button if you haven't already, team. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. We are in the middle of this. We are in the middle of the summer slum trading, where the market's slow, boring, not a lot of cool stuff going on. We do have the Jolts report coming out today. About a minute left until the market opens. Guys, again, make sure to hit the live button next to the play button. Make sure you hit that live button next to the play button. All right, so here's the opening bell in less than a minute. Less than a minute. Less than a minute, guys. All right, so here's the opening bell right now. Again, we'll see what we get. I haven't day traded at all today, I don't think. Let me make sure, but I'm pretty sure I have it. No, I'm flat today so far. So there's the opening bell. Watching the SPY, watching Nvidia, watching all the other stocks to see what we get. Look at Nvidia pop here a little bit. So Nvidia did bounce some. So again, Nvidia did bounce a little bit. We're trying to be patient with it. Market's actually moved up a little bit with microchips specifically here. So microchips have ripped up some. All right, Nvidia at 398, AI break it down though. So AI at 40 here. All right, so SPY bounced up a little bit too. Nice little pop. Microchip's doing stuff. Again, SPY up to 418s, 419s today. All right, so we might buy a little dip here if we can, but I'm trying to be patient. But the SPY's actually moving up, so that's cool. All right, SPY still moving up. Here's the only thing though is that like Nvidia dipped down a little bit. It's down to 396s right now. SPY's still moving up. SPY's testing the 200 EMA and the volume weighted average price. So again, I'm trying to let things unload first here before we take some huge swings or anything like that. Like I just don't trust anything right now. All right, so I'm going to buy this dip, and we're going to try to add a little bit more to this as we get a pullback here. Get in maybe 5 contracts deep of the micro. All right, so we are in 5 contracts now. I do like Nvidia starting to run up. That's why I decided to buy this, is because we might have Nvidia's run up. Nvidia looked like it might rebound. Now it's starting to look a little bit worse, so we will prepare to cut this if we need to. Small trade, we're down like 40 bucks. All right, Nvidia's starting to edge back up too. Let's see, AI is dropping here. Yeah, SPY's looking really weak. I just rejected at that previous closing price. We're gonna cut it. We lost like 70 bucks, I think, right there. But that's all right. You know, again, we're gonna probably wait now. We got a full rejection here at those levels. So yeah, so we are down about $69. We will short this too. So if this sets up for a short, we will short it because I see Nvidia starting to break down. All right, so we're short now. Right at the bottom of the range. So if it chops, we'll cut it. But we're not going to take a large position on this one because there is a chance that this thing just chops. If it does, we don't want to get stuck in that chop. So our goal is to just kind of sit quiet. I do see a lot of breakdowns though, but Nvidia and microchip stocks specifically are moving up. It's this afternoon, Anthony, I'm pretty sure. All right, so we're still trying to hold here. Again, we're pretty flat. I want to give it time to potentially break down here. It looks like a weak pattern. But again, who knows what we're going to get. It looks like a weak pattern, but again, nobody knows exactly what we're going to get here. Yeah, Microsoft, Apple, watching those. A lot of those are up. All right, so we are up a little bit. Tech is booming though right now. So tech is actually moving. We're up a little bit here. But I'm trying to be patient to see if we catch a larger breakdown today. We're green, but we're starting to get some consolidation now at this point. So all right, so we're still sideways. Again, we're kind of starting to consolidate right now. Disney's bouncing all the way back up, though. That's good. Indecision right now. Nvidia's at the middle range. I guess I could short one more contract into this just to fix my average here, but I'm not going to get any more, and we're going to keep this last little bit pretty tight. Yeah, I'm going to cut it. So kind of a choppy neutral day here, which is what I was worried about. Good thing I got out of these pretty early, and now at this point in time, we've got a top and bottom of the range, so we're going to slow down our trades and just wait for some type of momentum here, because you can kind of see we got up, down, up. So very choppy. Again, as a reminder here, guys, as a reminder. For anybody that claims my trading's bad or whatever, where every red day you kind of get haters come out. This is my 2-week graph. So we'll see if we keep it up. But again, we're just going to pause right now. We traded most of this pretty small. Nvidia started to push up towards the top of the range now, though, so that's nice. PayPal's bouncing all the way back, too. Hey, you love to see it. I thought we might there. Very neutral day. Nvidia popping back up, though, almost up to 400s now. So we're back. We're moving back up to the top of the range. Yeah, we're in a neutral range right now. Microchips are pumping up, except for AI, but Nvidia is ripping up big. So Nvidia is moving here. Yeah. No, I didn't cover that about overseas. All right, guys. And again, we do have about 20 minutes before the Jolts report comes out. About 20 minutes. There's a funny video I watched where the host berated the watchers to understand the price of a Ferrari and global dollar is but pennies. Why don't you have one? Yeah, I mean, Ferraris are cool, but all right, we're testing the top of the range. Disney moving up. That looks good. That's cool. PayPal moving back up here. We're going to take a little bit off of PayPal now. We've made enough to where we can lock in some profit here. All right, so we just locked in profit at the top for PayPal. Going to keep riding that up. Market rejected at the top of that range again. Nvidia tried to move up. C3 is making moves. To be this publicly available, John is a walking target, and he takes it well, very well, I must say. Hey, we try. You know, you got to learn to just tune it out, man. I understand. Anybody talking smack to me is probably just insecure about their own stuff going on. You know, like anybody that's taking the time to create fake accounts and, you know, try to troll me or doing whatever is usually just kind of struggling in their own life. Like they're just kind of struggling. They're just kind of insecure about their own situation, about their own life. Maybe something I'm doing, like if they really, you know, are struggling to, you know, do whatever, maybe seeing me on YouTube makes them feel kind of insecure. And so they just kind of lash out, kind of like kids do. And like, once you understand that aspect of it, like once you understand that part of it, you know, it becomes easier to accept. That's what I tell my daughter, right? I tell my daughter, like any kid that's genuinely mean to you, they're just insecure about their own situation. Maybe they're struggling at home, you know, and like once you see it from that perspective, it's a lot easier to handle. But no, Disney making moves up at that 87.70s. Mm-hmm. All right, so market's testing the top of the range. Nvidia tried to bounce as well. Disney moving up, almost green on the day on Disney. We took a little bit off on PayPal. I think I'll let the rest ride. Not struggling, they need to get alive. Well, I think most of the time they're struggling. I think if you're not struggling, right? I think if you're doing well, you're not worried about what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like, I think desperate people make desperate decisions, you know? Again, we're at 4,200 on the SPY, hitting the top of that range again. You can see the top and bottom of the range. We're just kind of sitting here. Again, there's not really any edge. I could buy the dip and bet on a bounce over this level, and I think that's more probable than a drop back down to the bottom here, buying this dip and letting it break the top. I think that's more probable. But I don't know if the edge there is necessarily high. Nvidia started to push up towards 400. So, yeah, there's the break of the range. I thought it was more probable there. So I figured like this was most likely scenario, but I don't think the edge was necessarily super high. But caught the bounce. We might wait for a little pullback dip now or something like that. That's what I'll probably try to do now. See if we get like a little pullback. Yeah, exactly, Lenny. Q was unstoppable, yet tech going crazy. Yeah, man, that was a really interesting one though, Chris. Like that was a very strange one. Nvidia up there to 401s right now, man. Look at this. Nvidia is technically green on the day now, guys. So Nvidia technically green on the day. That's crazy. Hey, like Forrest Griffin. Hey, it's all good fun. Definitely top 3 least Forrest Griffin looking guys in the world right now. But no, it's all good, man. Yeah, again, I'm waiting to hang out. I'm waiting to do something here. Look, so there's a little break. Here's a pullback. Nvidia is what's dragging the market up right now. But now we got to break down. Look at the range. So we drew this range and it's been holding. So we drew this range and it's been holding well. All right, so there's the Chicago PMI. It came out at 40.4. 40.4 for Chicago PMI, expected 47. So Chicago PMI came in way under expectations. 40.4 versus 40.7. And that's influencing the market on the downside here, rejecting the market. So here's Chicago PMI right there at the bottom of the screen. Now we got the Jolts report coming out. And now we have Jolts coming out. So we're going to buy 4 contracts here. We got a big down wick. Nvidia is still pumping up, so this should give us some, at least a little bit of a run back up to take profit in, but who knows, man. We're in 4 contracts. We're going to see if we can break over the top of this range and take some profit here. But if not, no worries. It's a small day right now. Really rangy day too. Yeah, we're just going to cut it. So we lost a little bit more there, unfortunately. But just not a good edge day. We're down like $150, which is pretty small. Yesterday we kept it to like $80 down. And so if we got a couple red days, it's all good. I think I just got to just sit now. But yeah, the bots were weird last week, man. You know, I'll tell you this. Like, I'm not going to make any bets on who it was, but I'll tell you, I got some suspicions. You know, like we have guests on the show. All of a sudden, we get bots pushing those guests, talking about how they're great those guests are, telling me to bring those guests back on the show, telling me to let the guests host the show, telling me to let the guests be the co-host, acting like those guests have been here for years and years. You know, the whole thing was just strange. And again, whoever sent the bots, I can only speculate. But I don't think they realized how obvious stuff like that is, you know, especially to me, who's been running a YouTube channel for years and years. It's just incredibly obvious. And so, again, I can't really prove anything, and I think that's what they hide behind. But I'm definitely not going to let any guests come back on the show anytime soon. Yeah, Nvidia dipping all the way back down under 400 here. SPY up to 418. So SPY looks like it's a sideways range, but we got kind of a head and shoulders pattern forming on the SPY is what it looks like to me. So we had Chicago PMI that dropped out at 9:45. And now we have the Jolts report coming out in about 10 minutes or so. Yeah, gold's ripping up. I'm in gold too. Gold's doing okay. Yeah, and it's kind of a weird situation where it's like, you know, I don't know what people expect me to be. I don't know if people expect me to be like, hey, man, you came on 2 shows. Please take equity in my YouTube channel. Like, please, you know, 2 shows. Here, own 30%, guys. You know, I don't know if that's what people expect me to be like, but, you know, that's not what anybody's going to get. You know, I've had enough people over the years try to act like they're my best bud. Like they're just best buddies with me. Like we got so much in common, you know. Hey, cough, sleep, give me some equity in your stuff. You know, that's how I view it. And so I just kind of got to understand what it is. It is what it is. Understand people don't have the best intentions sometimes and make the appropriate decisions based off of that. Disney bounces back up, almost up to 200 EMA. Again, market's very choppy and flat. Do you pay the guests for their time? No, they all offer to come on the show. They're just guests. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the Jolts report comes out too. I think it makes more sense. But yeah, they're just guests, man. Like again, we've had like none of them are exclusive. Like we've had so many different guests over the years. We probably had at least 30 guests come on the show. And so it's not like me inviting a guest on is some super big different thing. It's not like any of the guests are going to turn into regulars. We're just kind of having them on to talk about stuff. They all have different experiences. How much interest would you charge? Honestly, I'm not giving equity to anybody here, dude. Nobody's getting equity in beginner trading. Nobody. I don't care how, no offense to anybody. Pawn's probably, Pawn is like my main mod who's been here for the longest and helped me the most and been the most reasonable mod I have. And him and I might start other businesses outside of, my YouTube, but it's just something I'm not going to give equity. Like there's too much drama with business partners. Like business can get sticky in that way. It's not easy. Market's very flat right now. Again, we're going up, down, up, down, up, down. Not really any edge. I think the whole market's waiting for the Jolts report to come out in about 8 minutes. Yeah, for sure. Pawn C is kind of what I got to deal with. It's kind of messy. But with business partners, man, it can just get weird, dude. Something I've learned on the years. Everybody thinks it's going to be like, sunshine when you have business partners. It's very hard to get somebody to agree with you on certain things. And, I think I'm probably a difficult business partner to begin with because I'm very kind of OCD. I like things a very specific way. I want to control my own business. Like I don't want anybody else to control it, Disney falling back down. It's been a very choppy day. The whole market's waiting for the Jolts report. Nvidia breaking down under 398s. Beginner trading going public. I don't know. If we came out with our own software, maybe. But yeah, it could be the House decision. But I think a lot of it's waiting for the Jolts report coming out in about 6 minutes. I think the whole market's waiting for Jolts. Market's at the bottom of the range, though. So look at this range here. The head and shoulders pattern is what I'm seeing right now. But it doesn't mean it's going to continue. But that's what I see right now on a 5 minute. It's a head and shoulders pattern. All right, guys, we got 5 minutes before the Jolts report comes out. About 5 minutes here, team. I mean, y'all could disagree, but y'all could say it's from other decisions why the market is so choppy. I'm pretty sure when the Jolts report comes out, we're going to get a big move in one direction, depending on what the number is. If you look at the Jolts expectational numbers here, Jolts is expected to come in at 9.775 million. 9.775 million. So, that's something that you definitely want to consider here. As the Jolts report's coming out live today. Again, it comes out in about 5 minutes, 9.775 million. It's a survey done by the U.S. Bureau of Statistics to help measure job vacancies. It collects data from employers about businesses. It defines job openings at positions that are open, not filled on the last business day of the month. And so this is basically gauging economic growth. More job openings means more economic growth. So a higher than expected number means more economic growth. Lower than expected number means less economic growth. And depending on whether you're fearing recession or inflation, stuff, is going to influence whether the reaction is up or down relative to that number coming out. And again, 9.77 million is the forecasted expectation number. 9.77 million. Over that will mean more economic growth than expected. Under that will mean less economic growth than expected. 5-year-old cotton candy. Clear communication is essential for avoiding conflict with business. Yeah, I feel you. But for me, coming from like a risk perspective, for like beginner trading, this is something that like, I get a lot of people that want to be my best bud that probably hope one day I'm going to share equity with them. And I always try to be upfront with everybody, One thing I like about Pawn is that Pawn's reasonable and doesn't, understands how I am in that regard. And like, again, I'll start businesses with people. Like we can start other businesses, but like beginner trading, I can run it completely by myself. Like I can run everything by myself. I don't need guests. The benefit that a guest might add to the show is not going to be worth the equity I have to pay out for guests, for like a regular guest. You know what I mean? So like, now I might start other businesses around other things, and I'm cooking up some stuff with some people in the background. But for now, if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's kind of how I feel about it. And again, the SPY's tested the bottom of that range here. I think the whole market's waiting for Jolts to come out. Jolt Cola. What was the green one? What was the green one in the 90s? It wasn't Jolt. What was the green one? It was like the lightning one from the 90s. Had all the caffeine in it. It was basically like a hyped up Mountain Dew. Making software is what I should say, not a software. Surge. Yeah, that was it, the OG. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Surge is what it's called. All my 90s guys remember Surge. Yeah, y'all know. Surge, man, the GOAT. I don't know what happened to that. All right, guys. So again, very choppy day leading up to the Jolts report. Jolts report drops in about 20 minutes here, guys. 20 minutes before Jolts job report comes out. Let's see if we get some good stuff. Gold has been moving up today, I guess, on worries. Job report comes out in 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Again, expectations are expectations are 9.77 million. 9.77 million expectation. Surge is still making. Is being made. Surge ICs. Very nice. All right, guys, 20 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button to make sure you're caught up fully on stream here, guys. Make sure you're fully caught up on stream. Make sure you're fully caught up. Make sure you're fully live. Again, 10 seconds. Hit the live button next to the play button. Here goes 9.77 million is the number here. 9.77 million. And here's the report right here. All right, big drop initially. Jolts jobs, not out yet. Waiting for Jolts job report to come out. Not really much of a reaction so far. Gold has dropped drastically from this, though. Still don't see anything for the Jolts job report here. Looks like it's a little late. Again, I don't see any Jolts report out yet. Market's probably waiting to react here to this. 10.1 million. That would mean more economic growth than expected. Gold certainly dropped. 10.1 million. Again, that would mean more economic growth than expected. And so we'll see how the market responds to that here. But we finally got to move. Yeah, 10.1 million is what it showed up as. So higher than expected. We'll put this number up on screen. There's the number right there, 10.1 million. We'll see how this influences everything. Gold basically turned all the way back down from this report. So gold turned drastically down. So again, we'll see if the market moves, but higher economic growth than expected here. And again, if you want to day trade these momentums, day trade futures. You can day trade the S&P 500. You can day trade the futures market. You can day trade gold, silver. You can day trade the NASDAQ with no PDT restrictions in futures. You can day trade and short with margin account. They give you leverage, all that good stuff with no PDT restriction. You can see here, buy market, buy bid, sell the ask, just like stocks, except there's no red tape. There's no restrictions. Most pro day traders trade futures, and they do so because there's less red tape in the futures market. You can day trade and short the futures market with no PDT restriction. Top Step is the cheapest way to get your feet wet without taking on too much risk. What they do is they give you a demo, and if you can hit the target on their demo, the base one's 50K. If you can hit 3K in profit as their target without losing 2K total, when you can pass their faces, then they legitimately fund you 50 grand with a 90% split. And they pay out millions every year, fund thousands of traders a year. It's the best of both worlds, where if you pass it, you keep 90% of your profit moving forward. If you don't pass it, you probably would have lost more anyway, and it's much less risk to try these out. And so if you want to day trade professionally, try out Top Step's funded account program in futures. There's the link. Great way to help support the channel. Market's trying to bounce back, but again, more economic growth than expected. Higher job openings, 10.1 million versus 9.77 million expected. We'll see how this influences the market. Very choppy day right now. We do have AI earnings coming out later. Yeah, I think they're going to raise rates. I think that's already a pretty solid, expectation, is that they're already going to raise rates. I'm pretty sure they will. So I'm pretty sure they're already going to raise rates. Again, market's looking weak, but I don't know what to do here. Again, very choppy market right now. Yeah, and I want you guys to see the new chart prime indicators as well. The new chart prime indicators are really, really cool. So like, here's chart prime. I use these a ton in futures, and you can kind of see why. Like, look at how accurate the strong signals are. And so again, this is called chart prime. It's a trading view indicator service. You can use it in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. You could use it in all that stuff. But again, look at when it gives you a strong signal here. Here's a strong red signal, and this is an hourly chart. So look at the drops over literal hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 hours of drops after you get the strong signal. Here's the strong buy signal here. Look at the huge bounces, and every candle represents an hour. Strong buy signal here, bounce. Look, here's the strong red signal. Huge drops for days afterwards. Again, strong signal here, drops for days. Strong signal here, drops for, this one might have been wrong, but you can kind of look at the strong signals, and they are incredibly accurate. Look, strong here, drops for a day. Strong here, bounces for days. Sell signal here, drop. You get multiple showing up here at once. Nice little bounce. That's an hourly chart. I can also use them on a 5-minute chart. And again, Chart Prime is a trading view indicator service that you can use in stocks, crypto, forex, futures. You can use these a ton, and they can just be powerful too, man. So you can use these in crypto, stocks, forex, futures. But look at the strong buy signals here. Strong buy signal here. Nice little bounce. Sell signal here. Drop. Sell signal here. Drop. Strong buy signal here. Bounce. And then look at these even better in market action. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Look at the strong sell signal here in pre-market yesterday. Drops over like a 30-minute period. Again, strong sell signal here. Drops. This is $35 a month. I can't guarantee you're going to make money on it. They're a sponsor of mine, and so I'm certainly biased in their favor, but they just updated their algorithms, and they are powerful, in my opinion. Again, they're a sponsor of mine. I can't guarantee you're going to make money. They are a sponsor of mine, but for $35 a month, I mean, that's incredibly cheap. Incredibly cheap. You can check them out. Great way to help support the channel. Again, they are a sponsor of mine, but $35 a month at checkout if you use my link. It's a pretty good deal for those, I think. Check them out. Here's the link. Yeah, it's a trading view indicator service. And so I guess the big question is, do we raise rates now, guys? Do we raise rates? I don't know. Yeah, I think we do 25 basis points. So again, we're kind of flat right here, man. Y'all just be careful. I'm down on the day. We are going to cover the C3 AI numbers later. So C3 drops their numbers after the bell today. So we do have C3 numbers this evening. Again, that is going to be at 4:15. We also have CrowdStrike Salesforce. So C3 AI at 4:15 for their earnings. Big release here. Let's see when their actual call is. Oh, it's at 5 p.m. Okay, yeah, we will stream this full call here, guys, as well. So y'all be ready for that. Starting to break down a little bit here. Starting to crack under that low. Finally starting to look weak. The whole market's starting to turn. I guess we made some on PayPal. Watching Disney too. Everything's kind of flat right now though, man. Like we're starting to break down. But I don't know if there's any real edge here. You know? Yeah, I think we're going to raise rates. I think that's pretty obvious. PMI came in lower than expected, so less manufacturing growth. So we do have C3 AI today. Market's flat. Y'all be careful. I'm going to bow out of the market today, guys. I just don't see any big profound edge right now. I just don't see anything big. The market doesn't really look that great. We're going to be back later for earnings, so I'm going to catch a break right now while I can. So y'all be safe. Y'all be good. Love you all. Y'all be good. I'll see you guys later.